what do you believe is the current situation with regard to real estate in Orange County?
Well, it's a very good question. Most people think of housing when they think of real estate, but there's also the commercial real estate sector. And conditions are a little different in the commercial real estate sector than in the residential. In the housing market, house prices are falling. They've probably fallen about 18% so far from their peak, which was in early 2006. On the other hand, in the commercial market, there continues to be a lot of new development, and vacancy rates are very low and prices continue to increase, except to some extent in the office market where there has been some job loss. Starting with the commercial market, the concentration of office buildings that we have here in Orange County is actually the third largest in the state of California after downtown Los Angeles and downtown San Francisco. So unlike the perception that Orange County is just a bedroom community to Los Angeles, there's actually a lot of employment here in Orange County, approximately 1.5 million jobs in the county. I think Orange County was originally a bedroom community to Los Angeles back in the 1950s and 60s, but many companies have established operations here, and there are actually a number of billion-dollar companies that are based here in Orange County, and many of them are not involved in real estate. They're involved in healthcare, high technology, computers, and other parts of the industry which are not so dependent on the real estate market. Well, I think the Orange County housing market is in for some continued decline. It's a good time to be a buyer, however, because prices are down considerably, and that's made housing relatively more affordable here. So I tell my students this is actually probably good news from their perspective, because that house that used to be $500,000 is probably more like $400,000 today. I think the economy is slowing, and we may be in for a national recession. I'm not forecasting that, but I think Orange County will come back strong after the economic difficulties that we're in now. Well, housing costs are high in Orange County relative to other parts of the United States. On the other hand, there are a lot more job opportunities here, and many of those jobs are relatively high-paying jobs. Careers in information technology and some of these other areas are some of the most dynamic in the labor market. So I think prospects are really pretty good for having an income to be able to afford housing. Now, typically one doesn't get your ideal house with your first house. The first place I bought was a 600 square foot studio condominium. And you shouldn't expect to buy your dream house the first time you go out to buy a house. There are a number of condominiums on the market now, probably in the $200,000 range. So I think there are a lot of opportunities even for younger people and people coming out of college. There are really many opportunities in the housing market for all people of all different incomes. There are apartments, and there are fairly inexpensive condominiums, probably around $200,000 for a starter condominium. You know, you don't usually buy your dream house when you buy your first house. I remember when I bought my first place in San Francisco a number of years ago, that was a 600 square foot condominium. But over time you trade up, and not everyone moves into that beachfront mansion of the type we see on TV.